Day. And it's July 1st, a new month. We're really getting into summer. And July 1st also means that more than 120 new laws taking effect here in the state of Georgia. So let's bring in our own producer, Reams. Reams, you've been reading about this, writing about this. What kind of laws are we talking?
120 new laws.
Yeah.
They come into effect today because in Georgia, this is when the new fiscal year starts.
Okay.
That's when the new laws start, unless someone goes in there and is like, specifically, we want it to start on May 12th. Like, unless there's a specific date, today is the date.
Okay.
So that's why there's so many new laws starting today. I mean, we're talking everything from regulations on feral hog hunting, new rules for rounding up or rounding down as the penny says goodbye, RIP the penny. There's stricter penalties for pimping. There's new limits on bingo. There's some different statute limitations on some clergy abuse case stuff. And there's the one I want to talk to you first about.
Yeah.
The one near and dear to your heart. Allowing delivery robots to travel faster.
Faster? Those fellas? They're
so
already
smart.
going quick.
So that's the thing. Jonathan Raymond, friend of the show, and our digital team, and I kind of really just got lost in the mess on this last week. So they used to go 4 miles an hour.
Reasonable.
Faster than how an average person walks, but reasonable.
Yeah.
Starting today, they can go up to 7 miles an hour.
Doubling that. They're going to be
Doubling
zooming
that speed. So there's a lot of concern about that. This is one of those cases. This is a 1.5 page long bill. Not a bill we usually see debate on the House floor of the State House. That happened in February. We went back, we took a look at it, and the concern, there's two representatives with some concerns. One concern was about them hitting people. She was saying, this was Representative Jasmine Clark, I believe, was saying that some of her constituents went up to her saying that these robots, these little guys, have come up and hit them. They're a little dumb, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, they are.
And so there was concerns about if they're going almost twice as fast, there's going to be injuries from that.
And we've seen them smash into glass and break glass already.
Exactly.
At the speed they're at.
So going 7 miles an hour, hitting people, there was concerns there. There was also concerns about visually impaired people being hit by them or hit by the flags that they have as well. So there's some in there about, there's some changes to how the audio sound is to be able to help out people that are visually impaired. But the big reason they're saying why 7 instead of 4 is they're saying because they want to get them across crosswalks quicker.
Okay.
So that the traffic can flow better. That's the big reason why the speed is changing. In the floor debate, there was concerns about how fast they're going to go compared to how fast the average person can walk. We did some research. Kennesaw State back in 2024 did a study saying, finding that the average person in Georgia walks at about 2.8 miles an hour.
Really?
And crosswalks are actually, in this report, they were looking at it for transit purposes. Crosswalk, the timing is based off of the 15th percentile, which is much slower than 2.8 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So if the robot starts crossing the crosswalk, it's going to make it at 4 miles an hour. It's definitely going to make it at 7 miles an hour.
Yeah. It's interesting. I think I'd like to do a little race with one of these robots. I think I could walk faster.
Well, speaking of a race with the robot.
Yeah.
7 miles an hour.
Right.
It's about an 8.5 minute mile.
Oh.
It would break 53 minutes in the Peachtree Road race on Saturday.
A group of robots in the Peachtree Road race.
I would love to, Atlanta Track Club, maybe next year we add a robot division.
I mean, it's the way the world is going. Why not? It's something to think about. People, I mean, they're cute. They got the big eyeballs. People would root for those little fellas.
One thing to note here, Uber Eats is the only people that currently have these robots here in Atlanta, in the greater Atlanta area. A few years ago, Amazon rolled out their personal delivery device, as these things are called, named Scout. That rolled out in 2020. Here in Atlanta was one of the test markets. It was discontinued in 2022 because customers said they didn't want it. They were using it as that last mile kind of stretch to be able to get people to move faster. Chick-fil-A in Alpharetta in 2022 started up a pilot program in Alpharetta as well as one of the cities there. That also got discontinued. No reason why. They said, while we do not have confirmed plans to expand the program, we're always exploring new ways to serve our guests. They said that online in about 2024. So right now, Serve Robotics is the only company that's using this for Uber Eats, the only place, and it's only in certain portions of downtown and midtown Atlanta. Will it expand? How will this impact other cities?
Yeah.
We'll find out with that.
It feels like we're the guinea pig for so much technology with the Waymos, with these little delivery robots. And living in Midtown, they are everywhere, Reeves. They are and I'm not going to lie, I think they're kind of cute. But I do wonder. They're rolling around. There's several of them at once on the sidewalk sometimes. I wonder about some of the collisions that could be coming between each other as well. I don't know.
Also, I'm interested to see, I haven't reached out yet. I'm going to reach out to the robotics company to see if there is a speed difference that they'll be able to, can they adjust the speeds now?
Yeah.
Or what kind of the limitations is. Also, this is just sidewalk speed. If you're on the road, those things are supposed to be able to go up to 20 miles an hour legally.
Oh my goodness.
That could be interesting.
They can go to 20?
That's what the law says.
Wonder what happens to your food within those little. Anyway, I also think about too, and I know our Doug Turnbull's actually working on a gridlock golem.
Gridlock guy column.
There we go. There we go. I say gridlock golem for my Lord of the Rings fans. But he's talking about e-bikes and other motorized vehicles. So our sidewalks are just getting
crowded.
Really crowded, yeah, because you're supposed to be going a certain speed in certain kinds of vehicles on the roadway, but a lot of folks don't follow that. You're not even supposed to be on your bike on the sidewalk. So it's getting to the point where I think about as well some of our seniors having to dodge some of this technology, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's a kind of thing that if it's not working out, we revisit it next year, maybe knock them back down to 4 miles per hour.
Exactly. And so one reason why they did 7 and not higher is they're saying that other states have up to 10 and 12. We did research that.
Okay.
It's true. There's some places at higher speeds.
Yeah.
But most are in this single digit speed. There's 120. I'm not going to go through all of them.
Yes.
A couple other quick ones
let's talk about it.
To look at. The penny. Discontinuing, there's some cash rounding rules, so merchants must accept exact change if offered, and the tax is going to be computed before rounding, so there's some rules there. We talked about feral hogs. You can be able to trap them without a license. The hogs must be killed on capture, and you can use drones to locate them. There's some new felony offenses for gift card theft and fraud.
So real quick on the feral hogs, you can capture and kill them without a license.
That's the basics. We have more information on 11alive.com.
Open season on feral hogs. Okay.
To an extent.
Okay.
There's some new restrictions on drones in places like prisons. There's some new trainings for some people. For inns and short-term rentals on human trafficking, you have to go through some training.
Okay.
And one more fun one to leave you at. There are fewer permitted locations and sessions, and there's caps on weekly prizes, limits on compensation for game operators for the game of bingo.
Are there shady bingo joints out there, do we think, operating?
Gambling kind of issue.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
There's a lot of laws and a lot of restrictions here in Georgia about just gambling and the whole business behind it. And I think some places might have been trying to subvert some of those laws by bingo.
Man, even bingo isn't pure these days. Everything. You bet on everything.
Full roundup, 11alive.com of some of the 120 laws here.
All right, I could have talked about this all morning, Reems. I appreciate you doing that for us, looking up those laws and talking about them with me.